Future Web Apps road trip in Dublin. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. My name's Conor O'Neill. I'm CEO of Leather Voice, which is a reviews website, consumer reviews website, which we launched recently. It's all about reviews scattered across the web that we make easier for people to find, whether it's on your blog, on your MySpace page, via SMS. That's what we're about, really.
And what's the URL?
URL www.alloudervoice.com, LOUDERVOICE, as opposed to Leather Voice, which is what one person thought it was recently.
So there's this thing called Paddy's Valley, and I've only heard about it actually yesterday, and it sounds really cool. So I'd love it if you tell us a little bit about it and why you're doing it.
Yeah, it actually came from a few of us spotted just a young French guy saying he was heading over with a couple of his buddies to Silicon Valley to absorb the culture, and we went, hell, why don't we do that? So I just kind of threw the message out a good few months back saying, any interest, to discover that there was an enormous amount of interest in putting together just a little tour, a bunch of techies and entrepreneurs to head over to the Valley for a week and hang out. Is kind of belittling it a little bit, but it's hang out, absorb the culture, meet people, meet your peers, go to all those places you always wanted to go to, meet some of those kind of gurus that you might never otherwise meet, and just have a great week. The phrase was coined by James over there. His line was, if you can't bring the Valley to Paddy, let's bring Paddy to the Valley. So,
and so when's that happening?
So from December 2nd to 9th, we're heading over. We've set up a bunch of stuff. We've got great support from Enterprise Ireland, which is kind of like the state development body here. They're kind of coordinating a lot of the logistics. We're trying to do a bit, with VCs and stuff like that. So we're doing a bit of training. We did some today, how to basically do your elevator pitch. We're doing another one later in the year, just before we go. And then we're going to bring in a bunch of what they're calling, I think, Irish-friendly VCs. I'm not sure what that is. Over there, and basically get people to say, this is my company, this is what I do, any interest in what I'm doing.
So what unique or interesting things are happening here in Ireland that might not be happening elsewhere in the web space, in the web app space?
Well, there's a bunch of companies downstairs, as you're going to see in a little while when you meet them all. I think there's quite a bit. We're obsessed with mobile. Irish people are absolutely obsessed with mobile. So I think what you see is the web. There's lots of stuff happening in the web, but people are adding little mobile angles to it. If you look at something like MySay, they've actually taken an entirely mobile angle and added a web bit onto it, and I like seeing that. I like seeing the two parts. Because I mean, 100% in Ireland. Oh, yeah, I saw some quote recently. The Americans, we're going to 100% in 2013, and we're at 110 already. We've a lot of mobile phones over here. There's Web 2 suits Ireland. I mean, for want of a better phrase, it's all about small companies doing interesting things. They're about community. They're about people working together to a common purpose. And an awful lot of the sites down there are about that. Whether you look at Tourister, whether you look at, I'm going to blank now, Nubic, plenty of other companies. That it really matches a kind of a small country with not a great kind of investment type environment where you really have to bootstrap yourself. Web 2 is perfect for us, really.
Thank you very much.